We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at WGNSradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Bryan Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in to Rutherford Issues on this President's Day, the 26th. It's the 16th of February.
Don't rush us now.
Man, I was ready. That would be next Thursday, the 26th. I don't know why. The month of February just makes me happy because that means spring is around the corner. Michael Shirley is the voice that you heard there in the background. He and MJ are here. His, I guess, boss, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Teenager now. MJ just celebrated his 13th birthday.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
1 year at a time. But it does make me feel quite old. Yes.
We both have adult children too,
That's
though,
right.
so
That's right.
that goes to show. But Michael, you have been a long-time 4-H supporter. You actually worked with Extension for a while, and still heavily involved because of your kids, right?
That is exactly right. So, we first met in 4-H,
Yeah,
or
we did.
through 4-H, through the Horse and Pony Club with Mitchell Moat. If he's out there listening, Mitchell, this is all because of you. Thank you very much.
You're the reason
That's
why.
Right. It's all your fault. Yeah. But my first real job was with Extension, and I did that for 8 years as a 4-H agent. And loved it, absolutely loved that job, and then left there to go to Riverdale High School to become their agriculture teacher. Did that for another 6 years, and then my wife and I opened a veterinary hospital here in town, and I went to help her full-time. And this is breaking news. Boop, boop, boop. I'm heading back to Siegel High School tomorrow to help with their ag program for the rest of the school year. So I'm returning to the classroom officially tomorrow for at least the rest of this school year.
That's interesting that you mentioned that. I saw Mr. Andrus a couple of weeks ago, and he was asking about my daughter, Bobby, who was going to go into that field. He said, well, if she's got her degree. I said, well,
right.
So that's where you're going, huh?
Yep, I'm going over there, be teaching one agriculture mechanics class and some greenhouse classes as well. So I'm excited to return to the classroom. I've really missed teaching. One of my outlets for my teaching bug is I've been to volunteer with the 4-H program. When I first interviewed with them, they asked why I wanted that job, and I said, well, this is something I would do as a volunteer if I wasn't employed by it. Mm-hmm. And that's true. I really love agriculture education, and my favorite 4-H project was the poultry project. And my youngest son, MJ, who's here with us today, his favorite project in 4-H has been the poultry project. And so they had some turnover there at the extension office, and they were without a 4-H agent to help with the poultry group. And so I called him up and I volunteered so that, honestly, I did it so that my son could have that opportunity. But man, this is our second year volunteering, and just again, it just fires me up to work with the kids, especially in that poultry project group.
Yeah. So, MJ, how long have you been in the poultry group?
I've been in the poultry group since 4th grade when you can start 4-H, and I've really enjoyed it since then.
Okay.
And
Fourth grade.
And now what grade are you in?
7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So about 3 years, I guess.
Yep.
3 years. So 2 that you've helped to lead
That's
the
right.
group,
That's
right?
right, yeah.
Sometimes that's what happens. But what do you enjoy most about poultry?
What I enjoy most about poultry is I get to know that I helped raise something, and it gives me a lot of responsibilities, which is, I think, good for me.
Okay. So
Now, what else do you like, MJ?
I like the money.
oh, the money.
My dad buys the food, so I get the extra cash from selling the birds.
Okay.
And the eggs. He's got a little egg business too.
I was going to say, the eggs have to be a part of this somewhere along the line.
That's
so,
right.
Well, I want to talk about the money part in just a second. But, I grew up with the horse project. The horses are there every day. They have to be fed, when it was 15 below zero. You have to go out and break the water. I mean, the work is there every day. So you understand that, obviously. You work that, right?
I do.
Well, tell me, what is that like, that responsibility that you have to do this every single day?
I enjoy it most times, but there are those days where, like you said, it's really cold and you have to go out there and switch out all the waters, and I don't particularly enjoy that, but I keep doing it because it's fun.
What time does your day begin, MJ?
5 o'clock.
In the morning.
In the morning.
And why does it start so early?
Because my bus gets to my house at 6.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he has to get up every morning, and I don't wake him up. I'm still sleeping at 5 o'clock in the morning if I can. So he gets up every morning, goes out there, feeds and waters all the birds. Usually collects eggs in the afternoon, but he does a good job. He's got how many birds do you have right now?
I think around 30. More or less, take a few.
Mm-hmm. What breeds are you raising right now?
I'm raising Buff Orpingtons and Nankins. They're little bantams.
Mm-hmm. It's exciting times.
Those are words that I've never heard before. So
yeah, right. So a Buff Orpington is about a 10 to 12 pound bird, and the Nankin is less than 1 pound. Well, it's about a pound.
Like 16 ounces.
16 ounces, yeah. So he's got giant birds and little bitty birds. So because MJ started, the chick chain is, and that's what we're here to talk about today. The chick chain is where 4-Hers, any kid that's out there that's in the 4th through the 12th grade can be a part of 4-H, and then if you're a 4-H member, you can participate in the chick chain. So they sign up for either 12 chicks or 25 chicks, and this year we're raising red stars, and MJ can tell you about the red stars in a minute. But the chicks will arrive in April, the first or second week of April, and then our show, they take care of them all summer, and then September the 19th of this year is our show, and they'll bring back their best birds, their 3 best birds to the show, and they compete for prizes and awards. And then at the end of the show, we auction off each of the kids auctions off their top 3 birds, and then that money goes back to the 4-Hers.
Okay. Why is it called chick chain?
Well, the origins of the chick chain used to be that someone bought any kid that would sign up could get chicks, and then they just had to bring them back to the sale, and then the sale would pay for the next year's birds, and so that no one ever had to pay for the birds.
Oh, okay.
So it was a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Like this year would pay for next year's participants. That actually stopped when I took over the program, so you can blame me, folks. But
I never knew that.
The reason was because people weren't showing up for the sale, and if you don't have birds to sell, then there's no money to pay for the next year's birds. So I really got tired of trying to track people down that didn't show up, and so we just said, hey, look, we get a discount from McMurray Hatchery is who we use. They give us a really good discount on the birds. So the kids are able to just buy them. If they don't want to come to the show and the sale, they don't have to, and we're not out anything for the 4-H program. And this way, all the money goes back to the kids.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
that's why it's called chick chain. But the reason we kept the name was because people knew what that was.
Exactly. So this year it's red stars, but have there been other breeds in the past few years?
There have been. My first year, they started with Buff Orpingtons. That's how I got into those. And then second year I did was red stars, and then we did Americanas. They have those like fluffy little beards.
And blue eggs. They laid the blue eggs.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the years prior to that, we've done
we've done
ones.
barred rocks, black australorps, the mystic onyx, which was an all black bird, and the Asian black was another one. So those were some. We've always tried to let the kids pick the bird. There's a list that the hatchery gives us to choose from, and the kids vote on it. They actually make motions and vote and debate on which breed they're going to go with.
Oh,
and so the kids pick it. So if last year it was a 100% everybody wanted to do the Americanas, and this year it was almost a unanimous vote to do the red stars. The red stars are great they are probably my favorite of all the chick chain bird breeds that to choose from. They are probably my favorite because they are really, really good producers of eggs, and they also grow fast. So the kids can literally, the reason I love this project is the kids get those little 2 or 3 day old baby chicks, and before the end of the year, by the end of the project, those chicks have become mature females that are laying eggs. And so they get to see from chick to laying eggs in one season. And I think that's pretty cool. It keeps them excited.
Yeah. So for those listening out there who may have kids who would be possibly interested in participating in the 4-H chick chain, how do they do that? How would somebody get involved if they've never done it before?
If you want to get involved, you go to rutherford.tennessee.edu, and there you can order your birds. And our next poultry meeting is March 9th, and we're going to be talking about how to set up brooders and take care of your chicks when you get them. So if you want to do that, make sure to come to that meeting.
And that's something that anyone that's interested could come to that meeting. And if they want to learn how to set up a brooder, is what MJ is talking about. That's how we keep the chicks safe and warm and let them grow when they're babies. Like normally the mother would just fluff out her wings and sit on them and keep them warm.
Right.
Well, we don't have the mothers in our pens with them, so we have our brooder, and we use heat plates, which give radiant heat to the chicks. And it's safer than a heat lamp, but some people still use heat lamps. But anyway, you're protecting those babies when they're most vulnerable, when they're chicks. And we're going to talk all about that at our next 4-H meeting. So anyone that's out there that's listening can contact the 4-H office. All of our meeting dates for the Poultry Club are listed on the website, and they can sign up through the extension office and then come to those meetings.
So do you have to have like 15 acres of land to have chickens?
No, you do not. You don't even really need 1 acre of land. You just need to have a safe little area to keep your birds in. But you do not want to put your chicks outside right when you get them. You need to have the brooder set
That's a
up.
very key point. In the city of Murfreesboro, there are some regulations. Inside the city limits of Murfreesboro, I believe the last time I looked, you were limited to, it was either 6 or 8 birds total. So that's it. No roosters. Roosters are outlawed. Only outlaws will have roosters in the city of Murfreesboro. In the county, you need to look at your neighborhood. If you're in a neighborhood, you may have some restrictions or covenants in your neighborhood. Most homeowners associations, if your neighborhood has a homeowners association, most homeowners associations prohibit the keeping of backyard poultry. But check with your neighborhood. One piece of advice that I would give every person out there that's thinking about getting chickens is go and talk to your neighbors ahead of time and say, hey, and take your kid.
Yeah.
This little kid, my child, wants to do chickens. Would you please let them? We'll bring you some eggs when we get there. But most people are afraid of smells and flies and things like that. I do not think that 6 or 8 or 10 chickens in the backyard are not going to be a problem. You can build those little portable chicken tractors and just move them around your yard so they can scratch in the grass and eat bugs, fertilize your yard as you move them around. There's all sorts of ways that you can keep them. MJ, are your chickens what's called free ranging? Are they just out running around, or what do you have?
I do not free range my chickens. We have tried that before, and they all got eaten because we have all the kinds of predators. We keep ours just in our barn, safe, tucked away.
Yeah. So that requires some extra cleaning, which isn't fun. But the free ranging where the birds are just out in the yard walking around, they're not as hard to clean up after. MJ has his confined. Ours, we do that to protect them. We have neighbors' dogs are number one predator, and then also coyotes and red-tailed hawks and great horned owls, raccoons, possums. Everything loves to eat chicken, just like we do.
Of course, yeah.
That's right.
And they even the owls even like to get into barns. Didn't I see a video of that?
Yes,
from you last year?
did. That's right. Yes, it flew right through in the window to eat ours. So, yep, everything is out there to get the chickens. So we want to protect them as best we can.
So I know the chickens are going to be distributed on April the 13th.
The week of April 13th. Mm-hmm.
So if somebody wants to get involved in this from the get-go, when do they need to start?
The registration is open now.
Okay.
I texted the 4-H agent to see how many were left. We have about 15 kids signed up, and I think we bought enough chicks to do 25 kids. So the last time I checked, there was about 10 spots left. So we will stop. We have our cutoff is at the end of March.
Okay.
Or when the chicks run out. So right now we have about 10 spots left. But people need to call the extension office now if they are interested in registering. Again, you can go to, what's the website, MJ?
Rutherford.tennessee.edu.
Good job.
All right. Very good. Anything else we need to know?
Red stars are pretty cool because you're able to tell their gender when they're born by a little black dot on the male's heads. So if you buy these red stars, you're most likely going to get all hens.
That's right.
Females.
Which is big. That's very important.
Yeah, you don't want any dots.
Yeah,
right?
No dots. We don't want any dots. Now, every now and then a rooster will sneak through there, but we pay a little extra to quote unquote guarantee that we are receiving females, which is key for those that are interested in having eggs.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Good
right.
Good point, MJ.
Well, very good. We'll put the podcast up, and when we do, I'll put a link to the website, of course, and all of that good information coming up. So
This is one of the best ways to introduce kids to animal husbandry and responsibility. And the great thing is if you're in this project and the kids are like, I don't want to do this anymore, it is easy to rehome those birds. So it's a good project to get started with.
okay.
Yep.
So hopefully you're not getting any extra birds, MJ, right?
Hopefully.
He'll take them all. He'll
sure
take
he
them
would.
all. Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you both here today. Thanks for coming in, and your day out of school, and you're here. I mean,
Well, thank you
that's
for
dedication.
Thank you for WGNS continued support of the 4-H program in Rutherford County. We really appreciate you.
Very glad to do that. Michael Shirley joining us today, and his son MJ, who are part of the 4-H Poultry
Club.
Club.
Yep, Poultry Club. Yeah, that's it.
I was thinking that sound right, but Chick Chain is what we've been talking about here this morning. And again, we'll have details up on the podcast here shortly. Stay with us, more to come.